My name is Jaime Hayon and I'm a Spanish designer and artist. I work with form, I work with design, installations, interior design, and especially also furniture. We're here right now in Valencia, that's where I have my studio. Valencia is the third city of Spain and it's a secondary city. And in my opinion, the secondary cities are becoming more and more interesting because technology is becoming more and more easy to be reached. I like to think that I live in the middle of nowhere where life is important and conversation and how the vegetables grow, and it's more important than being cool. This is how I get creativity. It's like I go to the centers of the world and I come back to my little shelter and I discover other parts of life and I can just express myself when I'm there. The first thing I said to myself is that if I ever do wallpaper, which is what I'm doing right now, I would look at it in a completely different angle. Being a graphical person, I try to avoid being so graphical. What I try is to simplify so much, let's say the graphics, that it would almost be done by anybody. It's just the way we compose it and the way we scale the graphics and the way we cut the patterns, we create a completely different use to it. For me, it was more trying to investigate how with simple geometry, how could we make innovation and create something a little bit more abstract, being decorative in a subtle way. And I think, we've reached something different. You've got paintings that are reflective. You've got paintings that create a little bit of a glimpse. In some of the versions we've done, we have a complete monochrome version. We just add a little bit of glossy and matte or a little bit of texture in one or another, and it creates a completely different sensation of volume. It becomes a little bit like a sort of a star thing when it's really minimized on size. It becomes like a little bit of a graphical effect when you think about the sizing being bigger. It becomes a little bit less control, which to me becomes very innovative. We thought the tiling system is a very innovative way to sell wallpaper. We thought about half the format of the normal roll will be very interesting. Why? Because you touch columns and you touch angles, and those angles can be different. Then they can create a little click into these sort of pattern that becomes equal, but suddenly you just turn it and suddenly you get a different effect. With the same wallpaper as a tile, you can change the effect of the room. You can decide further after being placed that you want to change a certain area to it and create harmony and movement. They have developed a system that is very easy to place just with water. You can just move it around and then make your composition and then decide once you like it, then you fix it basically. We're trying to make a system in which you can also make your own sort of final design. You can do it like in the old way. You can put a pattern all over the walls. The good thing is, like with the same style of pattern, you can just do 2 meters and suddenly 1 meter can be moving different. Instead of putting the roll in this way, you just turn it the other way. So you are just making a change suddenly on the visual of it. So you're sort of playing with it in a different way. So these wallpaper that I have created, you can use it however you want to use it. And with the same pattern, with the same idea, you can have very many different sensations with it depending on what you choose and how you place it. So we let the people to think about how they want to do it at the end. We will propose our direction. We will inspire with our pictures, which we have created, giving them a direction on how we feel it's the right use to it. But I let people use it in the way they want it. So how I want to see wallpaper is as an innovative tool to create interiors and to create spaces that have a lot of character, that are sometimes more neutral, but they are new to the space. They're as important as a chair or as a table or as a floor. It's a new vision. It's simple, but it has something. It's easy to look at it. It's not disturbing. It's decorative, but in a subtle way. It's not overwhelming. It's control.